This guest gets to go where few people are ever allowed to go, but lucky for us, he takes a camera everywhere he goes, and he has not one but two shows on the Travel Channel coming up later tonight. Showing us more about that is Don Wildman. He's part historian, part detective, and full-time adventurer. Don, great to have you here.
How you doing? Thanks for having me.
We are pleased to have you as well. You kind of take us in and show us the underbelly, if you will, of some of America's cities and institutions. Tell us more about that. Not exactly on most people's tourist plans. Exactly.
Well, my job is basically to help my audience vicariously experience these spaces that I go into. I'm not an expert. I'm not an academic. I go in asking the curious questions of these places in order to build up knowledge about why these cities exist in ways that are more organic and more hands-on than otherwise told. For years, I've been doing urban exploration shows on TV, and this Off Limits gives me the chance to do this in a purely domestic way, telling American stories in American cities. The other show we're doing is called Mysteries at the Museum. These shows run back-to-back, 9 to 11 on Tuesday nights. Similar kind of theme in that we take the museum world as a whole, a world unto itself, a treasure trove of stories. If you pick out any kind of object, it's a departure point to tell the story behind it. What's the story of the object? How did it get to this museum? What is this museum? I love that.
Don, real quickly, what would you say the most jaw-dropping discovery or information that you gained from some of these explorations has been thus far?
I'm an engineering nut, so I want to know how places work. Most recently, what jumps to my mind is the stories of New York, which is the show tonight. There's an island off the coast of in the Hudson River that is the story of this castle that sits on this island. For years and years, I looked at this castle from the train that goes by it, had no idea what it was. I find myself in these places and have the good fortune to explore them and tell people what they're seeing.
Well, it's a fascinating show. If you've ever seen it, he goes places where few of us ever get a chance to, and probably few of you would like to ever go in some cases, in some of those very narrow tunnels. Great to have you here, and thanks for your time, and looking forward to tonight's shows. I want to thank the Travel Channel for providing today's satellite time as well. Let's get one last check of your forecast.